Alright guys, welcome back. So, in this part, normally this weekend would be the weekend where the UEFA Cup and the Champions League get played. So, obviously we aren't in any of those competitions. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to have a look around at different leagues, different competitions, and have a look how the season's been progressing for other teams. So that's what we're going to do today. So as you can see, starting off, we're here in the UEFA Cup, and as you can see that Bayern Munich here have managed to get to the final against Valencia. So you know they're having a pretty good season. They've already won the cup. Bayern, I'm pretty sure they're still in the title race, and you know they've got a UEFA Cup here to start off with. And what we're going to do towards the end of this video is that we're going to have a look at who the winners were of this cup, as we have no match for this week, which is why I'm doing this episode and whatnot. As you can see, Fulham were in there. Newcastle, they managed to get to the semis against Bayern. Got to the quarters. Parma, you know, PSG knocked out there. You know what I mean? Aston Villa against Fulham there. Fulham got through, and then were beaten by Newcastle. They've had to do it quite the hard way. They've had to play Roma, then Villarreal, Newcastle. Got a good team, Newcastle, in this game, and they've been challenging for the title in our league. And yeah, well, so it looks like Bayern Munich and Valencia right there. Moving right along, as you can see, Champions League here, and as you can see, Chelsea versus Barcelona final. You know, so Man United did win the Champions League last season, so it could have been them again, but unfortunately, it looks like they were beaten by Barca in the semi-final, 6-2 in aggregate. Chelsea have had to go quite a long way. I mean, they've beaten Inter Milan. Not only that, they've beaten Real Madrid 4-1 as well in the round one there. You know what I mean? So they've had to come quite a way to get here. Manchester United getting through there on aggregate against Juventus. And Arsenal were also knocked out 3-1 by Barca, so looks like we'll have a new European champion. If I'm were to pick one of those teams, I would prefer Barca, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. We could be playing against European champions again next season. Alright, so to start off, we're going to take a look at the Spanish League. So just looking at it plain and simple right there, bearing in mind that there still is 3 games to go in all of these leagues as we go through them. Real Madrid are top of the league, only by 2 points. So, you know, obviously to start off with, you would think it's going to come down to either Real or Barca for the league title. Still 3 games to go. Unfortunately, we can't look at any of the fixtures in any of these leagues. So, for example, we don't know if Real Madrid and Barca have already played each other twice already, or if they've still got 1 fixture to go against each other. We have no idea, as we can't look at that. But as you can see there, Valencia are way out of it, and they're in third position. So obviously it's going to come down to Barca and Real. I mean, I think maybe Real will take advantage of that 2-point lead and probably get it. I mean, they've got a really good goal difference as well. I mean, scored 64 there, and Barcelona scored 62. Real are doing better though. They've only conceded a bit less. You know what I mean? But looking at the European spots as well, Valencia are doing pretty well. I think they've definitely secured a European spot there, as I can see. Athletic Bilbao could still creep in there. Sevilla could still creep in there, I think, possibly. It looks like Atletico Madrid have also secured a European spot pretty much. I can't see them messing that up. But one thing you've got to look at as well in these leagues is that, scrolling down to the bottom here, as you can see, 15th and 16th positions do have are highlighted in red. But the problem with that is, when you set up a Master League, you can only pick 1 division to have a 2nd division underneath it. So basically, nobody can get relegated in here. So this highlighted in red spots, 15th and 16th position, mean absolutely nothing. If there was a 2nd division to the La Liga right here, then Getafe pretty much already been relegated there, so they would be going down, and maybe Real Zaragoza, they've still got a chance to avoid that relegation spot, but it's not going to mean anything because they will still play in this league next season anyway. Sometimes I do wish it was a little bit different, and that you could actually edit some of this to make sure that there was like a second division underneath it. Like for example, the 16 teams in this league. It would be cool to add in a fourth, the other 4 teams, you know, into like a sort of mini league, I guess, where 2 of them would come up and 2 of them would stay in there, I guess. But I guess that's maybe a little too much to ask for. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like Getafe will go down and possibly Real Zaragoza, but they still do have a chance of getting out of it there if it were real. So yeah, that's what's going on now. Moving along to Italy then, in the Serie A league. As you can see, Juventus are top of their league by 7 points, so they've pretty much wrapped up the title from here. I think they can win the title in the next match. So, you know, well done to them. They should pretty much have it in the bag now. I can't see them messing that up. The automatic Champions League spot as well for second position is still up for grabs between Inter and AC, but it depends if they've still got to maybe play each other yet, or what's going on. AC can still grab it there, but did have to do pretty well. I mean, they've got the goal difference, you know what I mean, so only slightly, but you know, it looks like Palermo have pretty much got it as well from those light blue spots there from third to 6. Lazio can still creep in there, but they'd have to win like probably all their last remaining games, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Roma haven't had a particularly great season there. They're 17 points behind AC Milan there in 4th. You know what I mean? I thought they maybe would have done a little bit better than that, but no, I think Udinese Palermo probably got it in the bag there. Moving down to the bottom, as you can see, Cagliari and Empoli, as I think I pronounced it right there, and Parma pretty much in the relegation scrap. I think Livorno upwards have probably been alright, and again, they can't be actually relegated, but you know, if it were real, it would be between those guys. You know, the goal difference is pretty close between 15th and 16th there. Fiorentina only in 9th there, as I can see, minus 11 goal difference, so I thought they would have done a little bit better as well, but I guess that's how it stands in Serie A. Moving right along to the Miscellaneous League now. I think I've talked about Bayern just a little bit before. They're in the UEFA Cup final, and they've done really well this season. Top of the league there by 6 points, so they've pretty much got it wrapped up in the league. I think they'll win the league. You know, they've got the UEFA Cup and they've also won the other cup, so they're pretty much on for the treble, Bayern. So well done to them. They've done really well this season. I think Ajax kind of led for quite some time in this league. I think they were top of the league for some time, but they've kind of slipped a bit. PSV right behind Ajax. They could even steal that second spot. Stuttgart could even steal it as well, but looking further than that down the table, Fenerbahce are in 5th. So they're obviously, I don't know, I mean, it's kind of a scrap there, because you've got PSG, Marseille and Lyon, 3 French teams there, and you've got Fenerbahce, 42 points, so those 5th and 6th positions for Europe are still up for grabs there, so you never know how that's going to go. It'll be pretty interesting to see who gets through, because with this being such a big a league, you know what I mean, all different kinds of teams into it. This is what I always do when I play PES. I always leave the 4th league open for for different miscellaneous teams, so it'd be interesting to see who gets in there. But moving down to the bottom of this league, got Porto there. Porto surprisingly bottom of this league. I mean, if anything, I would have thought that maybe Anderlecht, Panathinaikos might have been down there, possibly Olympiacos. I didn't think it would have been Porto dead last there. Only 23 points for them this season, and Galatasaray 15th there. You know, I mean, it's still, they could still get out of it, I guess, but they'd have to win all 3 games pretty much, and I don't think that'll happen. Galatasaray could get out of that relegation position, even though, again, it doesn't matter, because, you know, that's the way of the game. Borussia Dortmund there in 10th. Club Brugge are actually 11th as well, and Benfica 12th, surprisingly. I thought they would have maybe done a little bit better, but hey ho, that's the way of the game. Now, looking forward to our league here, so we're in the Premiership here. As you can see there, Schwartz is the top goal scorer for the league. He's had an absolutely fantastic season so far. 17, he's kind of competing there against Henry and Smith, though, just for these last 3 games of the season. Even Gilardino's up there. He could snatch it, and he's only been here half a season, but he got those 5 goals against Everton. You never know, to be honest. But yeah, he's done really well. Cissé is in second, right behind him. It's pretty much those guys that have done it for us this season. Even Gilardino's come in and, you know, added quite a few goals to that. You know, I mean, it's pretty much down to them guys while we're top of the league. I would say. Been absolutely excellent. Owen's up there with 13, Drogba 12, Shearer with 11. Moving down to the bottom, Rooney surprisingly only on 10 goals, so he usually does better than that, I think. Or am I thinking of PES 6? I might be thinking of PES 6, to be honest. But BT there with 10. Oh, he's on the same as Rooney. Bellamy, who's always brilliant on this game in PES 6, and now he's on 10. McBride for Fulham's got 9. Joe Cole's got 9. Garcia's up there with 8 as well for us. He's joint with Van Nistelrooy, surprisingly. I thought Van Nistelrooy would have had a few more goals than that. And Robbie Keane, who's also on 8. Looking at the assists, well, it looks like he's going to run away with it. Schwartz with this one as well. It looks like he's going to get the assist and the top goal scorer awards for this season. He's on 14. He's 5 ahead of Davids there. Just amazing. Just been absolutely brilliant. We've even got Cissé up there, who's joint 4th with Smith. Davids is second, joint with Henry, who've both got 9. We got Giggs and Scholes there, and Cons for SGN, who's all in 6th there. Sylvester for Manchester United is in 9th. The defender there, the centre back, and we've also got a side back there, and Sun Ji-hai for Manchester City, who's on 6 there. That's kind of weird. Hasselbank's on 6, Gina 6, Duff 6, a lot of 6s here. Robin 6, Lundberg 6, and Gerrard creeping in there in 16th place with 5. So I thought Gerrard would have been a bit further up than that, actually, but yeah, that's the way of it. As you can see here in the League Cup, Schwartz did run away with the goals in the League Cup as well, so he's got 9. He's been absolutely on fire. I can see him doing this in the Champions League next season. Gerrard was 2nd there, joint with Lupoli, Henry, and Robbie Keane there, 4 each. We got Cissé there with Robinho as well, and Van Nistelrooy, Owen. We got Garcia coming in there at 10th. There's a lot of, in fact, they're all in 10th there with 2. Garcia there, Luque, Boyer, YP Lee, Barros, and Drogba and Pires. So that's pretty interesting too. As you can see there, Robinho did get the assist, actually. It must have been when he played against Manchester United that time, when we was at Old Trafford, the 6-4, I believe. It must have been that, because I don't remember getting too many more assists other than that. That's always good to see one of our players top there. Lauren with 3 there. I mean, we've got a few players there. Garcia, Schwartz, Gerrard, Cissé. There's also Smith, Solskjaer, Mido, Joe Cole, Robben, Henry, and Reyes all joint 3rd there with 2. And then we've got Haleb, Shimizu, and Sylvester again on the assists there, all 14th place. Oh, interesting. In the Champions League so far, Lampard is the top assist. So that's quite interesting, that because they're still going in the Champions League, and Barca are as well. They've got Ronaldinho there, who's also joint, so they're, you know, competing for assists there, I guess. Van Bommel is also up there, so is Xavi for Barca. They've also Essien as well, so you never know what could possibly happen there. If Essien gets 2 assists, or Xavi gets 2 assists, or Van Bommel gets another one in that final, you never know. They could snatch it off Lampard and Ronaldinho there, but or joint top or whatever. But Del Horno there for Chelsea, sorry. Joe Cole, Duff, and Julie there. So there's quite a few. There's a lot of Barca and Chelsea in there, as you would expect. Top goal scorer in the Champions League though is Drogba with only 5. Along with Duff and Julie there, who also got 5, but it looks like Chelsea might snatch that, possibly, or it might be split actually. If, for example, one team gets the top goal scorer and another team also gets the joint top goal scorer, it might be split actually. Ronaldinho's got 4 goals there. Fava, who I've never heard of before, has actually got 4. That's quite interesting. And Di Michele there, Adriano. Giggs is in 8th, along with Rooney, Joe Cole, Crespo, Bergkamp, Larson, Totti, Veron, and Mackay there. So quite interesting again. Mackay is the top goal scorer for Bayern. One interesting thing is that Mackay is also on the top goal scorer list for the Champions League, which indicates that they played in the Champions League but were knocked out and I think demoted to the UEFA Cup. Is I think how it works in the game, because I kind of found that a bit interesting. Bo Morte there, who's actually a pretty good player on this game. Bo Morte for Fulham, who's got a couple of goals there. Marcelinho, never heard of him. Villarreal player there. Karadi, I think that's the Karadi used to play for. Was it Manchester City? I believe Cesar there. Shevchenko only with 2 goals. Bari, you know, I mean, there's a lot of these players we've never really heard of. I mean, you got Brzezinski there, Bupa Diop for Fulham, only 1 goal for Shearer there. Parker, Owen with 1, Luque for 1, so it's interesting again. Assists, Pizarro, McKay. McKay's doing really well for Bayern. Might have to look into maybe trying to sign him up. He's doing so well. Maxwell there for his wing back for Ajax. We got Janssen, Bupa Diop again, Pembridge. You know what I mean? There's a lot of English teams in here. We've got Berger, Milner, Owen, Parker, Belarus there. Cura Torres of Valencia just take up the last of them there for the assists. They're all joint 4th and joint 1st. So overall, this is how the goals stand for. This is since the beginning of time in the game. So, for example, when I first started the very first game in my first season, this is what the game calculates for the top goal scorers. So let's just have a look quickly at this. As you can see there, we've got Ronaldo in 16th there to start off with. He's got 28. Tamudo for Espanyol, 29. Gilardino, who obviously before his transfer to Liverpool would have got a load of goals at AC Milan. He's on 29 as well, so that's good to see. We've got Pizarro for Bayern, who's also on 29. Adriano, 29. Owen's on 29. Very good, Owen. But we do have Schwartz there, who's hit 30 goals. Surprisingly, I didn't know how many that he'd scored so far, but he's hit 30 in just over a year and a half since we've had him. So that's really good. He's, you know what I mean, he's going to creep up there, I think, in time. We've got Mackay there for Bayern, 31. Paletta, 31. Cassano, 31. Deco, 31. Larson, 31. A lot of 31s there. Then we got Drogba, who is on 38. Ronaldinho is on 41. Fernando Torres, who, to be honest, we could look into buying. He's on 43. He's joint top with Thierry Henry at this point. Maybe at the end of the season we'll come back and have a look at who's top, since there is still 3 games to go. But that's really good. And for the assist, it is Xavi. He is the assist leader. He's the assist king, apparently, on this game. He has got 35 assists, along with Ronaldinho there and Kaká in 2nd. We've got 28 each. Deco is 27. Duff for Chelsea is 26. Roberto Carlos, who's amazing on PES, 5 and 6 and that. He's got 23. Van Bommel, 23. Perlo, 22. Giggs, 21. Dessler, or Diazler, I don't know, he's 21. Montella, 21. Veron, 20. Henry up there as well with a good 20 assists under his belt. Adriano, 20. Davis, 19. And Stankovic, 19. Davis, a very good player on here, good for assists. Does really well. Yeah, and that's the overall assists as well. So to end off, guys, I said we was going to come back to the UEFA Cup, and as you can see, Bayern Munich have done it. They have beaten Valencia 3-1 in the final in the UEFA Cup, so they have done the treble pretty much. There's still 3 games to go in the league, but they've almost wrapped the league up too. So they've gotten they've won the cup, they've won the UEFA Cup, and they've also won the league pretty much. So well done to Bayern. They've had a very good season there, and it'll be interesting to see how they got on next season. Can they better themselves? And to end off, it had to be, didn't it? It is Chelsea. Chelsea have won the Champions League 2-0 against Barca in the final. We're going to be playing the European champions next season. Another English club has won it for the 2nd season in a row there. Oh well, I mean, you know, I mean, I didn't want them to win, obviously, because it's Chelsea, but 2-0, they've fought for it. They've had to beat the likes of Real, Inter, and then Barca. I mean, they've had to do it quite the hard way, and they've done really well. But well done to Barca. They got to the final. They were unfortunate. They've still got the title race to go, I guess, for Barca. But hey-ho, there we go, guys. That's pretty much it. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this episode. This was just a quick episode just to go through some of the season stats and how other teams have been doing in the league, and next time we will continue our Master League adventure for the final 3 games of the season, starting with SGN back at home. Thanks for watching. See you guys then.